And right away, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
As you and I both know, one reason teams sprint plays to start a game is so they can practice them ahead of time. I will guarantee you that fumble was not in the script.
You don't think they had fumble written next to play one there?
No, that was never in the script because they want to have good memories when they go into a ball game, not something.
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On play action, it's Mahomes. He's going to let it go again. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak, and what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get him.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Aaron Donald in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
we go. 11.
They start the drive with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Matt Judon there to bring him down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that way.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Gano now, following the touchdown, here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. This defense for the Saints, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Cook. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was, as you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Andrews from 4 yards out. And the Saints take a 3-touchdown lead. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 21-10. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 40-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And they will take over 1st and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now Burrow on 1st down. No hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
11.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing again, it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25.
11. 11 empty. 11 empty. 11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Saints. Mark Andrews. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And a rout is on here in this first half. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it up. The offense on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Mahomes. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken in at the 11. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. 1st down. Here's Burrow. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Panthers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They go play fake. Mahomes. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. So on now is Johnny Hecker to punt this one away. A minute 55 left to go in the first half of play. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Panthers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. The 40. The 20. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Saints. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others coaches have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First down, Panthers.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Final shot before the half for Mahomes. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So it's halftime here in New Orleans with the Saints out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. From the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well. Especially the quarterback.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Cook will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So how about the season, Charles, if he continues to put together? That's now 25 rushing touchdowns on the year. That's getting into some very rarefied territory.
Yeah, it made you and I do a little extra homework part of this one in anticipation because that one moves him past John Riggins with 24. He draws even with Emmitt Smith at 25 in 1995. Next up, Priest Holmes and Sean Alexander with 27. And the guy on top, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson, the Hall of Famer, he had 28 in 2006.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Mahomes now on first down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to let this one go deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Mahomes pass complete to Taylorboy. First and goal.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Second down and goal. Mahomes. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Christian McCaffrey. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a first and 10. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here complete to Kelsey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. first and 10. Joe Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
19 more yards.
To the air again, Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. The penalty got them half the distance to the goal down to the 1, made that try a little easier.
Yeah, without a doubt, and it opens up your playbook, doesn't it? From the 1-yard line, run, pass, do whatever you want there, and they did it successfully.
Fielded just outside the goal line.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think they might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape there, so I would imagine before he trotted out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let him go out there with a little bit more confidence.
They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He'll find Diggs once more on the completion. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning.
Here we go.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints extend their 4th quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever. On play action, it's Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big play there for Carolina. 54 yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And they are going to finish this one off strong. It's a return touchdown to add on to their lead in the final stages.
Again, over partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games in a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Looks like the Panthers hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Mahomes now on 1st down. Looking deep for Adams. And this one is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit.
If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. One final try for Mahomes. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play. But he could not pull it in. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Saints, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, you can forgive them for having an eye toward the playoffs already as they finish at 15-2 on the year. And as division champs, they will host a playoff game next week in the wild card round.